Yes. Oh.
We're in session in two cases. First case is cause number 329-150. The second case is cause number 329-152. Both cases are style of State of Texas versus Brooke Ellen Brown. We have Ms. Brooke Ellen Brown, who is in who's on Zoom. Ms. Brown, would you please raise your right hand? Ms. Brown, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Brown, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Ms. Brown?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Ms. Brown, your attorney is Ms. Marva Provo, who is appearing in court. Ms. Provo, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine, Your Honor.
Ms. Provo, do you waive a record in this case?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Brown, in cause number, hold on a minute. Okay, in cause number 329-150, the information in this case alleges that you committed to class A misdemeanor of resisting arrest, search, transportation, which occurred on or about March 2nd of 2021 in Jefferson County, Texas. Ms. Brown, to this charge, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
Okay. Now, Ms. Brown, are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
And are you pleading guilty because you're guilty?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Brown, I have a document before me that is titled the Misdemeanor Plea Admonishments. It is also labeled as State's Exhibit Number 1. On page 2 of this document, there are a set of initials BB on a line that is checked guilty. Did you place your initials on this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 3 of this same document, Ms. Brown, there is a signature above the line that is titled Defendant. Ms. Brown, did you place your signature on this document?
Yes, sir.
On the next document, Ms. Brown, this document is titled Trial Court Certification, the Defendant's Right of Appeal. And there's a signature at the bottom of this document above the line that is titled Defendant. Did you sign this document?
Yes, sir.
There are two boxes that are checked at the top of this document. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
The second box that's checked states that you're waiving your right to appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
And Ms. Brown, did you sign a document out there that is titled the Discovery Certification?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, Ms. Brown, prior to signing and initialing these documents, I think Attorney John West, who was sitting in for Ms. Provo, did he go over these documents with you?
Yes, sir.
And do you have any objections to Mr. West at that time sitting in for Ms. Provo?
No, sir.
Okay. Now, did you read and understand everything in these documents?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
State, I have before me State's Exhibit Number 1. State, you like to offer State's Exhibit Number 1?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Provo, do you have any objections?
No, Your Honor.
No objection. State's Exhibit Number 1 will be admitted. Ms. Provo, you've advised and counseled Ms. Brown. Is there any evidence that she's currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, no, it's fine, Your Honor.
Ms. Brown, your attorney, Ms. Provo, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with her representation?
Yes, sir.
Has she provided full, effective, and competently representation?
Yes, sir.
And Mr. John West is advising counsel to you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation as well?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Brown, I will accept your plea of guilty. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea of guilty and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
And what is that agreement?
30 days county jail. She has credit for 30 days. So court costs to be taxed and retired. And state's also agreed to dismiss her other cause number 329152 in consideration for the plea in this case and as well as her felony case.
Okay. Now, Ms. Brown,
Yes, sir.
the state is offering that you serve 30 days in the Jefferson County Jail. However, you will not have to serve 30 days in the Jefferson County Jail on this case because you've already served 30 days in Jefferson County Jail. Therefore, you will be given credit for time served. The court cost in this case is $342. However, you will not have to pay the $342 because the time you spent in jail has already paid it off. Therefore, the court costs will be taxed and retired. And the state will also be dismissing cause number 329152. Ms. Brown, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
And do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Brown, and do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ms. Brown, I'll follow the plea bargain agreement that you have entered into with the state. Ms. Brown, this will, let's see. This will conclude your cases, Ms. Brown. You can follow the bailiff, you're excused, and you have a blessed day.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you.
Have you-
Yes, Ms. Provo, you may be excused and you have a blessed day as well.
Go ahead, Mayor. Go ahead. I'll play, right?
There you go. All right, I'm back, sir. Okay.
You can go ahead and sign it. Do you have a pen?
Is this, everything's good? Okay. All right,
Okay, that door is probably locked. I didn't
Go ahead
know.
and sign it.
okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Pro, I'll let you out.
Yes, sir.
We're in session and cause number 328956. The case is styled as State of Texas versus Paul Barron Bayard. We have Mr. Bayard appearing via Zoom. Mr. Bayard, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Bayard, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
I do.
Ms. Bayard, Mr. Bayard, you may put your hand down.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Bayard, how are you doing?
I've been better. I've been here for 12 days for hanging a sweater on a doorknob, ringing a doorbell, but, and I have 2 days prior to this, but times two, that's 28 days for trespassing. I've been better, but I'm still alive. COVID hadn't attacked me yet. There's 2 people on either side of me that haven't, so still alive. Thank you for asking.
Well, that's a blessing.
Yes,
Now,
sir.
Mr. Bayard, you are represented here by your attorney, Mr. Jack Lawrence. Mr. Lawrence, how are you doing?
Just fine, Your Honor. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Mr. Lawrence, do you waive a record in this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Bayard,
Yes, sir.
The information alleges that on or about February 1st of 2021, while you're in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed to Class B misdemeanor offense of criminal trespass. Mr. Bayard, do you understand what you've been charged with?
Yes, sir, I do.
And to this charge, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest, Your Honor.
Now, are you pleading no contest freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir. Well,
And
yes.
are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest the charges?
I don't want to die in that, and I've been robbed since I've been in here, and I'm just ready to go home. So yes, sir.
So my question was, are you pleading
Yes, sir.
no contest freely and voluntarily?
Yeah, yes, sir.
He is, Your Honor.
Okay, are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest the charges?
Correct, yeah. Yes,
Okay,
sir.
now,
Yes, Your Honor.
okay, now, Mr. Bayard, I have before me a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishment. Is also labeled as State's Exhibit number 1. On page 2 of this document, there are, I don't know if it's initials or a signature that's on a line that's where it says check and initial. Did you initial this document? It's on a line that's titled Nolo Contingere, which means no contest.
I believe so, Your Honor.
Okay, now on page 3 of this same document, there's a signature above the line that's titled Defendant. Did you sign this document?
Yes, sir, I did.
He did, Your Honor.
Okay, and on the next document, which is the trial court certification of defendant's right of appeal, there's a signature above the line that's titled Defendant next to your attorney's signature. Did you sign this signature?
I believe so, yes, sir.
Yes, he did.
All right, now there are 2 boxes that are checked at the top of this document. The first box states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that?
I do, Your Honor.
And the second box states that you're waiving, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that?
I understand.
Okay, now, did you sign a document out there on paper that is titled Discovery Certification?
I have, Your Honor.
Now, Mr. Bayard,
Yes, sir.
the documents that I just mentioned, the ones that you initialed and signed, did your attorney go over these documents with you?
He did, Your Honor.
Did you read and understand everything that he went over?
I did, Your Honor.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, Your Honor, as long as I can get time served, everything's well.
Listen to my question.
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
Is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
I believe so, Your Honor. Yes, sir.
Okay, now, State, I have before me State's Exhibit number 1 of misdemeanor plea admonishments. State, would you also like to offer State's Exhibit number 2, the probable cause affidavit?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any objections, Mr. Lawrence?
No objection, Your Honor.
Okay, no objection. State's Exhibits number 1 and 2 are admitted. Mr. Lawrence, you've advised and counseled Mr. Bayard. Is
Yes,
there any evidence that he is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
none, Your Honor, not at all, no.
Okay, Mr. Bayard,
Yes,
your
Your Honor.
attorney, Mr. Lawrence, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yeah, I'd say so today. Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Bayard, I will accept your plea of no contest. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea of no contest and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that the evidence is sufficient to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
And what is that agreement?
It's 12 days county jail. Defendant has a credit for those 12 days. The court cost will be taxed and retired.
Mr. Bayard, the state is offering that you serve 12 days in the Jefferson County Jail. However, you've already served 12 days in Jefferson County Jail. Therefore, you'll be given credit for time served. The court cost in this case is $387, but you will not have to pay the court cost in this case because of 12 days or the days that you served in jail has already paid it off. Therefore, the court cost will be taxed and retired.
Okay, I
Mr.
also
Bayard.
have, I'm sorry.
Mr. Bayard, do you understand the state's offer?
I do, but I also
Do you-
have 2 other days.
Hold on. Okay. Mr. Bayard, do you think that the state's offer is fair and just?
Yes, sir. Let's rock and roll. Good stuff. Thank you, sir.
And
Yes,
do
it is.
you, and do you accept the state's offer?
I accept.
Okay. Now, Mr. Bayard, this will conclude your case. You got 12 days jail, 12 days credit, which means you won't have to serve any more time in jail on this case. And the court cost is taxed and retired. Mr. Bayard, please follow the bailiff and you have a blessed day.
Hey, you too. Thank you, Your Honor. Appreciate you.
All right, thank you. You're welcome.
Be good.
And Mr. Lawrence, this will conclude your case. I think you're free to go as well and you have a blessed day.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Hey, Jack, you can give this to them?
Did you sign it yet?
Yeah.
Good, good.
Yeah,
Just hand me my pen.
There you go. Yeah, sorry.
Thank you.
And,
Mr. Bayard,
Yes, sir.
hey, your mic is still on. So you
Okay.
gotta